How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and I guarantee you that this video will not take 5 minutes or less because I'm going to go over a very important topic that I know a lot of trainers struggle with, and that is the 10 commandments of Facebook advertising so that you can get more clients. And the more I speak to my Dumbbells to Dollars students, the more I realize that a lot of people have a wrong idea about how to advertise effectively on Facebook so that you can get leads that eventually turn into clients. So I'm going to outline these 10 rules that will make things a lot clearer for you, and hopefully it will lead to you making more money. So rule number 1 is that you have to identify your target market. All right, you're going to have to be very specific. You have to target a number of things. Number 1 is going to be your location. All right, you have to make sure that you're not marketing out so far that people that see your ad wouldn't come to your place anyway. All right, so you generally don't want to go more than, I'd say, 5 miles, 10 miles max. I'd say 10 miles if you have like a full day's worth of services, but most trainers that I've spoken to only have specific hours of the day. And especially if it's early morning, you're not going to get somebody to drive 10 miles at 5 a.m. All right, so you want to make sure that you have the right distance. You also want to make sure that you have the right gender. Who do you tend to pull more of, men or women? Who does your ad cater more to, men or women? And if it's the case that you cater more to women, you're not going to benefit from targeting men who don't click on your ad, and then the cost per click drives up. So you want to get an idea of if you're drawing or if you cater more to one gender, target that gender. Also, think about age. So for instance, I run a boot camp. My age range is somewhere between 28 to about 55, all right? If I were running a CrossFit perhaps, my range might be 20 to like 35, all right? So you have to understand what kind of age range you tend to draw from. And very important, you want to make sure that you populate the interests that you see, all right? Because there are certain people that just are more likely to be interested in exercise. So their interests in the Facebook interest filter, you can put in gym, you can put in Jillian Michaels, you can put in weight loss, and that will guide your ad more toward people that are actually interested in working out, especially if you're from a larger population. So when it comes to the pool of people that you want to reach out to, you probably shouldn't be, you probably shouldn't have a pool of more than 15,000 people, all right, that you're advertising to. If you're advertising to 1 million people, you're probably not specific enough, and you need to take some time to figure out exactly who you want to target to. That's commandment number 1. Commandment number 2 is that you have to create a pattern interrupt. So your ad actually has to get attention, and flyers don't get the job done. All right, what you want to do is you want to use video. So if you don't use video, it's really just the person's gonna fly by through. The next time that you're on your phone looking through Facebook, think about the number of times that you actually stop for a picture versus the number of times that you stop for a video. Now, a lot of trainers are just starting out, all right, that comes to this channel. Not everybody is able to put together an awesome video of 30 people working out like my video. You can actually have your own video of you just talking. As long as you have the right message, then people are going to be interested enough to at least hear you out and then consider the offer that you had on your ad. And that takes us over to commandment number 3, is that you have to have a very good offer. So I was actually just speaking with a trainer a couple days ago, and he was telling me about an ad that he wanted to put up. The flyer looked great. Like it was a good looking flyer. The graphic design was nice. And he said he wanted to put it up and charge like $249 per month for 2 times a week, or whatever the case may be, for semi-private training. And then I told him, you're not going to see success with that. Why? Because people are not on Facebook to buy stuff. They're on Facebook to get information and to be entertained. So if you actually want to get them to act on something, the offer has to be really, really good. So I always say, take a bet on yourself. You have no idea how many people you're competing with. You're competing with the local gym that sends flyers out every week. They may be, charging $10 a month like Planet Fitness. You're competing with Groupon that's going to be charging like $30 a month, $20 a month, $40 a month. So if you think you're going to put your ad up saying, hey, pay me $249 a month, and you've never met me, you're sorely mistaken. People do not react that way. So I always say, take a bet on yourself. And if you're going to put an ad on Facebook, give them an insane offer. And I always do 30 days free because I believe so much in my services that even after a couple of days or maybe 2 weeks, they're ready to sign up. And that's usually the case with me. I send them my rates after their first day. I give them an incentive to sign up within 2 weeks, like a little bit of a discount. And within 2 weeks, they're handing me their credit card, they're handing me cash. But it only happened because I made such a great offer for them to start. So you need to make sure that you have a great offer. Stop thinking that you're too good to offer free services. Even if you're doing personal training, that's why you should always establish some kind of small group training. That way you can cater to multiple people at the same time. So make sure your offer is really, really good. All right, the next rule, I believe we're on number 5, is that you send people to a landing page, not your website, all right? So what's the difference? This is my website, and this is my landing page. So why don't I send people to a website and why do I send people to a landing page? They're both very different. The website is built for somebody that's finding me on social media that wants a lot of information. When I get somebody off of Facebook, I want them to take action. I only want them to take one action, and that is give me their information so I can contact them. So if I send them over to my website, the number one thing that's going to mess it up is going to be the navigation bar, because now they can go over to all these different pages, do some reading, people get distracted. You only have a small window of time for people to be interested in your ad before they just go on to the next one, and then all of a sudden you lost out on a client. When you have a landing page, there is one directive. Yes, I want to continue with you, or yes, I like your offer, or yes, I want to learn more. And when you have a landing page, people will then be able to give you information. Now I'm jumping the gun, but that's what you want. Now, you should have a website, all right? You do need to have something for search engine optimization, but you can definitely get a landing page builder like the one that I use. Now, there's a 14-day trial for ClickFunnels. That's the landing page that I use, all right? And if you want to try that out, click on the link below. And hey, let me be upfront with you. They give you a 14-day trial for ClickFunnels. After that, it's $97 a month. But for me, it's been it's been worth it because it draws in so many more people that it makes up for the cost. But if you're going to try ClickFunnels, don't go to clickfunnels.com. Please go to the link in the description box because I'll get credit for it. But make sure before you go there, you get all this information so that you're not building bad ads that don't convert and you're not getting a return on your investment. All right. The next step, number 6, I believe, is that you want to keep all of your important information above the fold. Now, what does that mean? When it comes to advertising, if you open up a website, all right, or if you open up your phone, the fold is all the information that you're able to see before you scroll, because a lot of people go onto your landing page after they've clicked on your ad and they're not going to bother to read through your entire document until they know that the information that's in front of them, the first piece of information that they see, is compelling. So you want to have everything above the fold, including your times, your availability, your offer, the button for them to submit their information. So you want them to take action as soon as possible. You only put stuff below the fold to give them more reasons to sign up with you. But you should have everything that they need to understand about your offer above the fold so that they don't have to scroll, because most people won't bother scrolling. All right. The next commandment is that you want to have social proof. I've said this for a long time, that if you want to be successful in promoting your business, you have to get before and after pictures. That's the social proof. Now, if you can get video tutorials, that'll be great too. Get the client to write up a little bit about you. And most of the time, they're not going to read through the entire blurb that your client writes about you. They're really just going to look at the pictures, and then they're going to keep on going. The point that they spend the most time on is the offer, like what you're going to give them. All right. So you want to make sure that that's above the fold, but you want to have social proof because it just further proves that you're good at what you do and you're worth the time investment that it's going to take for them to do your semi-private, small group, boot camp, or personal training service. The next rule, very, very important. Your ad has one goal. It's not to impress people. It's not to make money. It's to collect information. The only reason that you're putting up ads is to put out your message to people that don't know about you. All right. And then from there, your goal is to get them to inquire more. So you have one button or you have multiple buttons on your landing page, but they all do the same thing. They ask the client to give you their information, name, email, phone. If you're not collecting that information, if you're just talking about how great the price is, if you're dumb enough after watching this video to still try to sell with an ad, you're not going to get anywhere. People are going to click away. But once they get your information, now you can follow up with them. Now you can text them. Now you can email them. Now you can call them. And this is going to be very important because even after they fill out the information, they need that extra nudge from you, that energy that you give them when you speak to them and when you communicate with them to actually come into your doors. All right. So make sure that you collect information. Now let's go over to the next commandment, and that is follow up as soon as possible. You have like no time after people fill out that form before they forget about you. So I have it set up in my landing page that as soon as they fill out their contact information, I get a text and I get an email, all right, in real time. So they will fill out their form and within 30 seconds, I'm calling them. And they're like, whoa, that was fast. And it has to be fast because if you wait a day, they probably have already forgotten about you. The only instance where I don't respond immediately is if somebody fills out a form overnight, at which point, as soon as it's a reasonable hour that somebody would be looking at their phone, I send them a long message about, hey, I saw that you filled out the form at around, 2 a.m., but I didn't want to text you at such an unreasonable hour. My name is Jonathan Hurlis. I run BFF Bootcamp. I saw that you filled out your form. I want you to get started. That's a text that I would send. And if they don't respond to the text, I send them an email. If they don't respond to the email, I call them. So you got to collect all that information. And if you don't follow up immediately, you run the risk of losing that client. I would say for every 6 hours, your chances of keeping that client drops by half. All right, so you have a 50% chance if you go past 6 hours. If you go past 12 hours, you have like 25% chance, 1 in 4. If you go past, 18 hours, you have like a 12.5% chance. So you really have to make sure to follow up as soon as possible. I can't stress that enough. The next thing, so after you've followed up with them, you get them in your doors, you're speaking to them, you have to prove your claim. So you're giving them this great offer and that you say that it's going to be so effective and that you're so great and that you're so energetic and they're going to get so much out of you. You actually have to deliver if you want somebody that's actually going to pay you. So just because they come in your doors doesn't mean they're going to keep on coming. You can have somebody come in on the first day and go like, nah, it's not as good as I thought it would be, and they're gone. You never see them again, and that money that you spent to acquire that client is wasted. So as soon as you get them in the door, you have to treat them like gold and offer them everything that you offer to a regular paying client. I got a lot of questions from my Dumbbells to Dollars students asking, will my regular clients be upset if I offer this free trial? No, all right. They understand that it's a promotional thing, and as long as you're not like giving them a discount that you wouldn't give to your regular clients or extending their trial period beyond what you say it should be, and it's reasonable, your current clients aren't going to care. So treat this new person who's on a trial like a client that you've had forever that you love, because that's what it's going to take for them to go like, you know what? I want to stick around here for more than a month. All right. I want to invest money in here, and that's what I'm going to do. All right. So make sure that your training is solid, your training is tight, and that your energy is always up when you're with this client, because every day matters. The last step of Facebook advertising is that you have to SELL, sell like a machine. All right. You can't be afraid to sell. You've gone through all this work to identify your target, put together an offer, collect their information, build your landing page, get them in your doors, train your ass off, and then you're going to be afraid to close. You're going to talk about, I don't have the confidence to sell. You don't want to make money. You've spent money. You spent money on this landing page. You spent money on these ads, and you're going to not ask them for a return on your investment. They are your return on your investment, so you can't be afraid to sell. Now, I have a formalized way of doing things. You may have seen this in one of my previous videos, but I have my rate sheet that I send to my clients after their first day of their workout, so they know, okay, this is what we're all about. These are what the prices are going to be if you ever want to continue thereafter. I don't talk about it until the 2-week period into their 30-day trial, where they can still earn a slight discount if they sign up early. And then I talk about it again the last week of their trial. But throughout the rest of the time, I'm training my ass off, trying to make sure that I build up enough value so that they go like, you know what? Maybe I was a little bit shocked when I first saw the rates, but it's worth it. I want to continue. So you have to sell. You can't be afraid to sell. You've got to sit the client down and go like, hey, you've been here for 30 days. Your trial is going to end on X date. Would you like to continue? That's not that hard, all right? You're really just asking a question. And if you put in the energy up front, then, it's really up to the client. But at least you put yourself in your best position to get a return on your investment. So those are the 10 commandments of Facebook advertising. Now, there's a lot still to talk about. Like, what exactly is the copy that you want to put on the ad on Facebook? What's the video? Like, how exactly should you format the video? Like, how exactly do you want to sell? How are we going to set up your own rate sheet? If this is enough information for you to go on your own and then, do some more selling, great. Have at it. But if you want extra help on the exact scripts, the exact thing that you say, the exact video that you make, the exact rate sheet, the exact script when you send the rate sheet, how to send the rate sheet over, how to get automatic updates when people fill out their form from your landing page, how to build your landing page. I actually have templates built. So if you click a link for my Dumbbells to Dollars students, you'll automatically get the structure built out. All you have to do is switch out the pictures and then switch out your information in terms of availability and address. So if that's something that you want, you know what you got to do. You got to get the Dumbbells to Dollars course because it is the best resource for any personal trainer looking to see success in the fitness industry. It's helped a lot of trainers see a lot of success. I know it'll help you. But that's about it. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you're looking for a landing page builder, click on the link in the description box for the ClickFunnels, or actually you can click on, where's it going to be? I think it's going to be up there. All right, click up there. And then it'll take you over to the landing page for ClickFunnels. You can get a 14-day trial. But remember, make sure that you're equipped before you start your 14 days. Otherwise, you're going to be building crappy landing pages and not getting anywhere. So that's about it. I have a lot of videos that I want to talk about. I want to do a diet video, like which diet is the best for your client. So maybe I'll do that next week. I will be available for YouTube Live this Sunday, 12 Eastern time. So chime in, especially if you have any extra questions. And I'm also going to send out the actual article that I wrote out on this topic, because if it's just too much of me talking and you need to read it, I think it'll be very helpful for you. So keep your eyes peeled for your email. If you're subscribed to my newsletter, you're going to get it shortly. So that's about it. This video is long. It's about 15 minutes. I'm done. I'll be back next week with a shorter video, as long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe. Stress levels all, get rest. Don't slap anybody. Love your clients. They'll love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.